Hello, Eric. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. And you?
Very good.
Welcome to Poland. Welcome to Power Walk.
Thank you for having me. It's
Beautiful.
actually a unique experience.
Yeah, this is something new, I think, walking and talking. Actually, yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Do you practice walking and talking?
I've never been on a walking podcast, but I do have some meetings in person where we're walking, and of course, walking being one of the factors that lead to longevity. I tend to do this on a regular basis. And,
Beautiful.
every day if I can.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I have the time, and I have a dog at home, which is my longevity dog. So I take it for a walk and.
The dogs especially, are very good motivators
Absolutely.
for us to walk at least 3 times a day. Huh?
Yeah, she needs it, and it's good for me.
Beautiful. Dear Power Walkers, let me introduce Eric Verdun, a longevity expert. Your hometown is now
I live in the Bay Area near San Francisco.
San Francisco,
Yeah.
so you came here from US, but you were born, if I remember well, in Belgium?
Yes, I was born in Liège, in the southern part of Belgium, French speaking, and I left for the US when I was in 25, right after medical school, to do a career of research in the US.
Beautiful, beautiful. We are here walking, not only power walking, but longevity walking. And thanks to Longevity Center, you cooperate very close with Joanna and the great team in the Longevity Center in Warsaw and Zurich.
Yes, I've worked with them for 6 years, and they've been really true pioneer in the whole field of longevity clinics, and it's been a pleasure to see them grow and invent a new field of medicine, essentially.
I agree with you. This is amazing what is happening here, and I'm also not only promoter but a customer, and I took so much from Longevity Center about me thinking about living longer and stronger and healthier. And this is what we are going to talk about today with Eric. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for Longevity Walk. And this is, I think, gonna be interesting for you. But first I wanted to ask you, what is the purpose of your visit here in Poland?
So I'm a member of the scientific advisory board of Joanna Center. So meaning we meet at least once or twice a year, actually, where I review their programs and try to keep them abreast of what's happening in the field. And as you know, there is so much going on right now in aging research. It's hard to keep everything in your head, and my job is to really keep bringing the new knowledge and try to see how can we take all this knowledge and bring it to patients.
Is it really so much dynamics in this field?
It's incredible.
Really?
Yeah, it is incredible.
Why is that? What is the reason for the new developments and the probably new knowledge and the new discoveries?
Yeah. So it started about 30 years ago, amazingly enough. So my lab and several other labs made a number of discoveries at that time that really changed what we thought we knew about aging. And these discoveries were the fact that you can make what we call a point mutation, changing one
Mutation. All
in
right.
a whole genome and in a whole animal genome, and you could double its lifespan. That just completely contradicted everything we thought we understood and knew about aging.
So let me understand, because your English
Yes.
is exceptional well, but we try to understand it in Poland.
Yes.
So you said one mutation double the lifespan.
So imagine the genome. This is a book that has 3 billion characters. You change one character in that whole book, and the animal lives twice as long.
No way.
Yes, these were the discoveries. And first people thought,
Unbelievable.
this cannot be true.
So much potential in it.
Yes, and people then thought, well, this is the exception. But it turns out of 20 or 25,000 genes that you and I and most animal species have, about 600 or 700 can have the same effect. If you mutate them you will have increase in lifespan. So it turns out that we all have a lot of lifespan sort of locked in us. And
Yeah.
why did evolution not select for this? It's a very complicated subject. We don't fully understand. But what this pointed is the fact that if you have a gene that you can mutate that increases lifespan, that means you can probably make a drug for that gene or that protein encoded by the gene. And so this is where the field has been going. Initially, people studied this in animal models. We study fruit flies and mice and so on. But the question has always been, is this relevant to humans? And when we
What's the answer?
well, this is what we're doing now, because when we made these discoveries 30 years ago, I thought everybody's going to start talking about longevity and it's going to be so exciting. And it took 30 years for the discoveries to get to the point. About 10 years ago, when I became the head of the Buck Institute, we decided, okay, now is the time to go to humans. We know enough in animals. We know this is real. People believed us. That we can start addressing aging in humans. And so we are about 10 years in this effort. And the reason you're hearing so much about aging, longevity everywhere in the world is people are realizing there's an opportunity to change the way we are aging.
Yeah. You are saying we are working, we are discovering.
Yes.
Who are we? I know that you are on top of this mountain and with probably many people working on it. Do you know everyone? Do you work with everyone?
Yes. So there are, and certainly I'm one of the leading experts, but I'm not the only one. Research is a gigantic enterprise. There are thousands of people across the world who are studying longevity. I direct the Buck Institute, which is the largest organization that is only focused on aging. So we have about 300 people.
It's based in San Francisco. in the
Just
Bay.
north of San Francisco,
Okay.
yes. And but there are institutes across the world doing aging research, and
Yeah.
we have meetings together. So it's like the scientific community is collaborating. There's a lot of competition, but there's also a lot of collaboration.
Do you focus on the knowledge as scientific way, or also you are involved in helping people, to live longer in a clinics?
So two different aspects. First, we typically do research in animal models because if a mouse lives 3 years, it's much easier to test an experiment than it is in humans. When you go into humans, you have to be careful. You don't want to hurt people. So
And patient, because we live longer.
and expensive. So typically a lot of research is done in what we call preclinical model. Okay, so we can test ideas and models and mechanism. Eventually, once you've done this and you're convinced there's something there, next question is what happens in humans. And this is where the field is. We're still doing a lot of basic work because we don't fully understand what aging is. But we obviously want to try it and bring these discoveries to the clinic. And
Right.
so right now we are studying humans, it's the first thing, and developing new drugs, testing them. And so I think in the next few years we're going to see a lot of advances. New drugs, but also when people think about human longevity, it's not so much about drugs right now, it's about lifestyle.
Exactly. And this is what I wanted to ask you
Yes,
now.
yes,
Because I know that the drugs, sometimes I'm thinking it's a shortcut.
yes.
Because we are, for example, sleep, food, activities are so low. I'm talking about the lifestyle. And then we don't want to think about it and fix it. But then give me a pill, doctor. And I want to feel better, live healthier, and live longer. But the base is somewhere else. Do you agree with it?
Completely. And one of sort of a nightmare vision of what our mission is that we're going to create a medicine that will keep everybody on the couch eating potato chips. That's not what we want, because I think right now we know that first, the majority of your lifespan and health span is determined by your lifestyle factors, about 93%.
All right. Important.
Only
message.
about 7% by genetics. So you cannot blame your parents of how well you or poorly you're aging, which is also is a responsibility, but I find it's empowering.
But it's also good news
It's
because it's
great
everything
news.
in our hands.
It's great news. You cannot say, "Oh my God, I'm a victim of this or that." It's on you. It's on me to really make the choice every day that will lead to a healthy lifespan.
Exactly. Can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
How you, as a world-class scientist, study aging? How do you personally design your mornings? Because one is the theory, and then is the practice. Sometimes I found out even I'm the athlete world class,
Yes.
and sometimes I do mistakes, or I do maybe not mistakes, but I don't take care of some things. And you?
It's the same thing. I'm human. I have a lot of frailties. I have weaknesses, and this is really
That's a big relief.
it's an important aspect for people to remember is that nobody's expecting perfection, and but if you think about the factors that contribute to life expectancy or health span or lifespan, we know what they are clearly. It's your diet, your nutrition, and we can go and expand on each of those. Your sleep is really important. Your physical activity, we're power walking, so that's a best example. And most important, your human connections. That's the biggest determinant.
All right.
How many friends do you have? How you
interact with them? How often?
How often do you feel loved? Do you feel supported? Do you have a sense of purpose in your life? Do you, what are you here for? Are you of service or are you just self-centered?
Yeah.
All of these things play. Are you an optimist? Did you know that optimists live 7 years longer than pessimists? So,
This
so
is
there's
also the result of your studies?
not our work, but from colleagues in the field. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I must mention that my first boat, which I was sailing when I
Yes.
was 8 years old, the class of the boat is Optimist.
I know. I know. I've sailed those as well. The
All
little
right.
optimist. Absolutely. Yes.
So
yes.
I recommend everyone to start sailing on the Optimist, then you become Optimist and you live longer. If that would be so simple.
Yes. Well, here's something that I'm hearing all the time. People tell me, well, I was born a pessimist, and therefore, there's nothing I can do about this. But I challenge that in a way that being optimist or being pessimist is also a frame of mind that you can cultivate. If you have a voice in your head that says, I'm pessimist, well, first learn how to surround yourself by positive people. Avoid like watching the bad news constantly. So there's so many things that you can do to actually create an optimist mindset.
Yeah.
So even that people think, oh, this cannot be changed, that can be changed too.
And very simple way, actually.
Yes.
Let's just listen to your examples, to inspirations you just said 10 seconds ago. So coming back to your mornings.
Yes, my mornings.
Please tell me.
What do you want to know about my mornings?
How they influence how do you design them to influence your longevity? You feel probably better thanks to this.
Let's think about sleeping, for example. Most people wake up in the morning with an alarm, okay?
All right.
They start their day with the stress, a loud noise that's pulling them out of sleeping. So I have a completely opposite routine. I put my alarm clock at night, and it tells me when I'm supposed to go to sleep.
Wow.
Okay, so
First time I hear something like that. That's
yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
my alarm rings at 10 o'clock, 10 p.m.
Yes.
And it tells me it's time to go upstairs. So I go upstairs, I have my routine. By 10:30, 11, I'm asleep. And automatically, without an alarm clock, I wake up at 5:30, which means my morning starts gentle. So typically, I will start the day with something gentle, either gratitude, thinking, I'm alive, it's amazing, another day, or gentle breathing, something to just get my body. Quite often, I will wake up, feed the dog, and take her for a walk. 30 minutes walk with the dog.
What do you do during the walk?
I just either, I listen to music or I just enjoy nature. I'm really lucky to live in a beautiful area in Northern California. So it's a walk like this. It's in in nature, and I
Alright.
just try to enjoy it. And then typically I will come home, have a light breakfast. I'm not really big on breakfast, or sometimes I'll just skip breakfast if I'm not feeling hungry. So I will, listen to my body, and then I will shower and get ready for a day of work.
All right.
So it's a pretty I mean the thing that really would differentiate it from what most people do is the fact that I wake up spontaneously, and I try to be gentle on my body in the morning.
Right. That's pretty cool. Actually, I will take the outcome of this longevity walk where I'm walking with you is that this is first time I hear that the alarm is not in the morning,
Yes,
it's in the
at
evening.
night.
This is
Yeah.
game changer, actually.
It's a game changer for
Yeah.
two reasons. One is I avoid to start my day on a stress. The other thing is because I wake up spontaneously, every day I have enough sleep.
Yes.
And so if you don't know, how many hours of sleep do you need, and let's say you want to wake up every day at 6 a.m., well, start putting your alarm at different times and test to determine, okay, when do I have enough?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. The sleep is very important for longevity, isn't it? And you study a lot of that. Tell me, please, how the research, how the science came to the conclusions of, about any patterns or any the importance of the sleep for the longevity.
Well, we're talking about many people studying this for many years. And for example, the first type of study that was done is looking on a large population. Everybody's sleeping a different number of hours. So you can say, okay, the people who sleep 7 hours versus 8 versus 9 versus 6, how long do they live?
Exactly.
It turns out that it's what we call a J curve. So there's a certain number of hours of sleep, which turns out to be about 7, which is associated with maximum lifespan. Okay, if you sleep less, your lifespan decreases. If you sleep more, also.
All right.
So sleeping 9 hours a day is not good.
Why is that?
We don't know. We don't
All
know.
right.
Clearly, if you sleep 7 hours, you're allowing your body to repair itself. When we think about sleeping, there are two things that are happening at that moment. First, typically you're fasting, so you're not eating. So your body can exist in two different modes, either feeding or fasting. When you're feeding, you're building. Okay, you're building muscles. You're taking the energy from the food and you're building. When you're fasting, you are repairing. And so this is why the night is so important, because this is the time when you have fasting and you have repairing and flushing, cleaning up your brain from all the activity.
Right. The question I have about sleeping is when I have a tough day,
Yes,
physically, mentally too.
yes.
Shall I sleep a little bit longer in that case? 7 hours maybe should be 8 because of more time to recover. And how does it look from the longevity perspective?
It can be, although, what a lot of people do is they will not sleep enough during the week, and they will tell me, I don't have the time during the week to sleep enough, so I catch up on the weekend. We know that's not healthy. So for example, one even more important than the total number of hours that you're sleeping is the regularity, going to bed at the same time every day, waking up at the same time. So I tell people, I try to do this. On the weekend, I have the same hours of sleep. I go at the same time
Also during the weekends.
during the weekend, and I wake up at the same time.
I love that you are saying that because I found the same.
Yes.
And I cannot change it now.
You
Because
you shouldn't, because that's the best way to be healthy.
pretty cool. You hear that? Then there's another take away. This is how I say it. Take away from
take
me
away, yeah.
from
Take
from
home
our
message.
longevity. Exactly, and spread it around the world with you, power walkers, longevity walkers. This is pretty cool. Please tell me, Eric. Please tell us what are the most interesting discoveries in the longevity series just recently. And also, my next question will be, what do you expect from the science of research and longevity during the next months or years?
So, one thing that your audience should understand is the degree to which, oh, beautiful little squirrel,
Yes.
is the amount of science in the field right now. As I mentioned, it started about 30 years ago. At first, people thought we were crazy. This was just not true. They didn't believe us. Now, it's become one of the hottest area of biological research because people realize this is true.
And it's working.
And it's working. So one area that I find particularly exciting is for many years we were working on slowing aging. The idea is, we start aging at 30. Okay, so that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
And aging accelerates throughout life. So people said, oh, well, if you slow it down, maybe you're going to live longer. And that's definitely true. And we have ways to slow down aging. What's most exciting recently is the idea of reversing aging. Okay, let's say you reach 65 and you say, I want to go back to being 55. We know how to do this now in animal models.
Wow.
And we know how to do this. There was a recent study that just blew me away, where this was done in macaques. It's a rhesus macaque. It's a small non-human primate, a monkey.
All right.
And they were able to do age reversal of 10 years, equivalent in humans. So imagine this, that the future vision. So not only, I think, do we have the data to help you slow down aging, but in the future, not too distant, not in 50 years, maybe in 10 years, you might be able to go to the doctor who would prescribe something, a course or cure that over a year would make you come back.
Are you talking about the biological ages? I just recently seen your post on the Instagram.
Yes.
That you actually, by the way, if you want to follow Eric, please click later when we finish to the links of your website.
Eric Verdin MD on Instagram.
Exactly. And
LinkedIn.
you were questioning the biological ages, which actually when I did my health screening in longevity center, it came to me. I was very happy to see that my metabolism aging is 35. I'm 50.
Amazing.
And I was happy about that. Of course, my heart, my lungs, my neuro system has a different age, but I was happy about this because and the experts, the doctors said in longevity center, Mateusz, no surprise, this is your lifestyle. You're taking care about your sleep, your food, and so on. No alcohol, no drugs, etc., and activity every day. Do you think these biological ages are true?
Yes, absolutely. So think about your biological age as if you go to I went recently to my met some friends that I was in high school with, and I'm 68, so this is 50 years ago, and you see a whole group of people who are the same age as you, and you realize some have actually aged really well, and some not so well, and some
and you can see it.
You can clearly see it.
Yes.
And so your biological age, let's say that you look a lot younger, that's your biological age, and you can measure biological age simply by looking at someone's face.
Yeah.
And
you mean the skin?
The skin,
Yeah.
or it's not only. In general, you can look at someone and you say, that person looks young for his age. That means their biological age looks younger. So we now have blood tests that are doing the same thing. And these blood tests are based on either on your protein or on your DNA, on methyl on your DNA and so on. Very technical, but we're at the stage where we are starting to be able to measure, how well you are aging, basically. And the potential of this in the future is that this is going to allow us to test drugs. Of course, if you have a drug that you think is good for aging, you don't want to wait 30 years to find out whether it's working or not. So the whole idea of these drugs is to really to have a test that you start, before you start the drug, you measure your age, you do it for a year or two, and then you measure it again. Or sports or interventions like sleep, and so on. This is going to be the tools that we are using in the future.
The people who are interested in longevity, to live long and healthy and full of energy, what's your recommendation? What to start with? Biological ages, screening, choosing one thing at the time, I don't know, doing any particular thing. What to start with?
It's a really good question. I would argue that you need to get a longevity doctor because most doctors that are, there might be good doctors to help you if you're sick, but the typical training that you receive as a doctor in medical school is not adequate to keep you healthy, in my opinion. The prevention aspect of traditional, I'm an MD, so I went to medical school. I find that we were not taught anything about physical activity, sleep, nutrition, and most physicians do not really think that this is that important. Well, they will tell you should lose a little weight, you should do this. They measure your blood pressure, they measure your blood sugar, and a few other things. This is not, longevity medicine is a lot more than this. And this is a field of medicine that we're trying to build. Joanna and her clinic are a good example of this. They were really very early pioneered in that whole field. And now you would see these clinics proliferating everywhere, and people are somewhat, traditional medicine is somewhat suspicious of this. What are they doing? Is this really real? I think these are early days, but in the future, I anticipate a day when people will frequent these clinics starting in their 30s to try to determine, okay, are you at risk for early aging? Are you doing the right thing? There's a really important aspect, which is the personalization, what we call precision medicine.
Yes, custom.
Yeah. What's good for you is not necessarily good for me in terms of physical activity, for example.
That's why you would recommend to find a longevity doctor.
I agree, and they're not easy to find, but you're lucky in Poland, you have one, a good clinic. In the future, I think we will have a much more proactive way to looking at health. And other than this, I would say, really think about your lifestyle, look at it hard in an honest way. Am I doing, people say, well, I don't like to exercise, I don't like to do this. I say, can you walk? Good example.
That's what we do.
If you're walking 30 minutes a day, that's 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, you will cut down your year-over-year risk of heart attack, stroke, Alzheimer's, cancer, macular degeneration, everything, type 2 diabetes by 40%.
40. Wow, that's
okay.
a
So
lot.
it's
Great.
not. So we, just to be clear, we don't have any medicine in the longevity space that does this. And if we do, it will be $1 billion molecule. Okay, so that's 35 minutes of walking every day.
Yeah.
And I would say everybody can do this.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Wow, Eric, this is amazing, and you are saying all of this with such a precision, and also, you are sure about that, I'm feeling so excited. Good news. Thanks for this great set of good news. What I take away from today Longevity Walk with you is that what you just said, that, in my hands, I have a $40 billion value of, medicine, which I can actually implement right away. Secondly, I love what you said about setting the alarm in the evening.
Yes.
and take it with me. 7 hours of sleep, interesting actually.
Yes.
I like that, and the pattern of the sleep,
Yes.
the timing when you go to bed and wake up is more important and critical than
the exact number of hours. Yeah.
Exactly. And just on the end, because we are almost 30 minutes of walk, and this is how we agree with everyone that this is going to be more or less 30 minutes, I wanted to ask you about shortcuts.
Yes.
Human has the, this will to maybe, I don't have to do so many things. Maybe there is a one pill or a shortcut, which I'm calling very often in medicine biohacking, yes?
Yes.
And tell me, what do you think about it? Is there a way of biohacking in the longevity? from your perspective, and what generally do you think about it? Is it? Do you have some ideas or tips or observations about that?
It's a great question, and it's one. I mean, we all want short tips. Okay, here's the way I think about this. First thing is, you know, if you're on Instagram like I am, you get bombarded every day by, especially if you look at these ads, this supplement and that supplement, NMN, NR. There's a proliferation of all these supplements. They all claim that you're going to be doing something amazing for your health. The short answer is that today there are no supplements that are really proven to increase your lifespan or your health span. They're just not proven. It's all a hope. Okay, some are more promising than others. I would be lying to say I do take some supplements based on animal models, but I do take them on top of a foundation. And the foundation,
As a supplement should be.
as a supplement, it's
should
not
be,
it's
yeah.
not a foundation.
Exactly.
So now when you go back to the foundation, which is nutrition, sleep, exercise, physical activity, connection, I tell people, many people have this absolutist view of their health. Well, if I don't exercise every day, I might as well not exercise at all. If I eat poorly, you know, one day it's going to ruin everything. And I tell people, think about each of these variables, sleep, exercise, physical activity, as bank accounts. And you're making investments. You know, if you don't put anything in it, nothing is going to grow. But if you make a small investment every day, like we talked about, if you can't walk 30 minutes, walk 15 minutes. That goes in the bank. It's there, it's going to grow. It's like investment. Diversify. That means I have a lot of people who tell me, I exercise all the time, therefore I can eat anything I want. It's not true. If you exercise regularly, and then you're eating well, and you're sleeping well, it's called compounding interest. Everything works together and it makes you more healthy. So what I do in my own life is every day I think about my 4 accounts. And I say, have I made deposit in each? Small or big? But I want to deposit in every one of them.
You mentioned 4 accounts. What
Yes.
are the 4 accounts?
Nutrition,
Yes.
you know, eating all of your vegetables, avoiding sugar. You don't need to do everything every day, but
Yeah.
try to do, we know all the principles of what this should be. Physical activity, you know, I don't walk every day, but if I don't walk, I'll try to do some push-ups or I'll try to do something else so that every day I can say I've been physically active at some level. I spend a lot of time, for example, on Zoom calls. That's what my job is. So between Zoom calls, if I don't have the time to go to the gym, I do push-ups, I do squats, and that already, you know, if you do this the whole day,
Yeah.
I have my whole dose of exercise. I never take the elevator. That's another simple thing. You know, every day that there's a stair, I walk up and down. So there are a lot of simple hacks that are, because people say, well, I don't like to go to the gym. I don't like to sweat. I said, it's very easy. You know how to squat, and do you know how to stand on one leg?
And it doesn't have to be a lot. We can turn right
Just
here.
like we did now. I mean,
Exactly.
we could have had this whole conversation with a cup of coffee. Instead, both of us, you know, I just came from America. I'm completely jet lagged. And this woke me up. I feel so much better than when we
I can
started.
see. I can
Yeah.
see. This is a great proof of concept.
Yes.
So you said, you mean this was the second activity, the third and the fourth?
Sleep.
Yes.
Again, people say, well, what happens to your social life? How do you go out? You know, well, if I have to go out on the weekend and I have to go to sleep later because I'm at a party with friends, I do it. And I don't, you know, it's not the end of the world. But most of the time, 5 nights out of 7, I'll have my regular sleep.
And the tank is full.
The tank
thanks
is
to this.
full, exactly.
Even you miss one night. Yeah.
The same thing about, you know, the social aspect. You know, think about your gratitude journey. This is something I've been spending more time recently, is just as I getting close to 70 and realizing that I feel my best self, my whole entire life in terms of my health, feeling strong, feeling vibrant. I mean, how could you not be grateful that I've been part of this journey? And, you know, stopping to enjoy life. And for me, you know, this whole longevity journey started, like I want to live long. And it has, as I've been building these habits and living more healthy, it has changed completely into some like living in the moment, the best self that I can be. You know, it's about performance, it's about feeling vibrant, feeling healthy. And I think, you know, we all age. I'm not stopping my aging forever. I'm not delusional, but I never imagined in my whole entire life that I would be getting close to 70 and feeling the best that I've ever felt. And it's true.
That's beautiful.
And so that's
Yeah.
all it is for me. It's
Yeah.
not about whether I'm going to live to 90 or 100.
Yeah.
I have some control, but not all of the control. But how I feel today, yeah, that I have that control.
That's great. Eric, thank you very much thanks first of all doing what you do.
Thank you.
Because
Well,
you are helping with to many people. Of course, not you alone, but with so
Of
many
course.
people. But you are taking them on the journey. You are discovering in the science. You look at the science you're doing with your institute, and thanks to this, the outcome we as the customers
Yes, it's-
can take it. Thank you for this, and thank you for a great work.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I don't feel that I need to be thanked. I feel more grateful again for the opportunity to do what I do.
Actually, thanking to someone and being grateful is so close.
Yes, I agree with that.
As a
Yes.
meaning, isn't it?
I'm thanking the universe for you know, the
Yeah.
life we lead.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, and thanks to Eric, and thanks to you guys that you join us during this longevity walk. I hope you enjoy, and I hope maybe one day when I will be in US, in San Francisco, we can walk around your institute.
Come and visit anytime. We have a beautiful place. We are located on a mountain, on a small mountain, and so there's great walks
All right.
with mountain lions, believe it or not.
Mountain lions.
Yeah, that's a puma.
All
We have
right.
pumas in California, and there's one on our mountain. We see it on our cameras at the Institute.
Amazing. This is
Yeah.
pretty cool. All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you to Longevity Center. Thanks, Joanna. Also,
Good
and
to
the
see
whole
everybody.
team. Exactly. And have a good day and Christmas. And don't forget to walk every day, like those kids are doing now, just behind us. This is hopefully they're going to be
This
their
is
habit.
longevity in the future.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Cool. Beautiful. Bye. See you.
Bye.
Dzięki za wspólny spacer. Partnerem serii Longevity Walk jest Longevity Center. Masz pytanie? To zadaj je w komentarzu. To był Power Walk, Twój podcast w ruchu. Razem idziemy małymi krokami ku wielkim zmianom.